So all you students out there, all of you young people, all of you people living at home or under the guardianship of your parents or a loved one or a guardian, this video is for you. Because as you're growing up through life, there's going to be a lot of challenges that you face. They're inevitable. They're 100% a part of growing up and growing into who you need to become. You're going to learn. You're going to strive if you take those experiences and choose to learn from them and not victimize yourself. However, a part of that and a part of having that and then having a good relationship with your households and your families is having open communication. And if there's something you need help with, being able to talk to them about it and being able to have somebody that you can open up to. I believe that everybody needs somebody. And as you're growing up and going through all these changes and some harder situations than others, it's important to have people to talk to and who have more wisdom, and oftentimes that can be your guardians or parents. So I want to give you guys a couple of tips because it's hard. It's hard talking to your parents and opening up to them when things are wrong, but it is important, and this is something that I wish I had known growing up. I'm gonna grab some water and we're gonna get started. So you've come to the conclusion that you do in fact want to talk to your parents. Good for you. That's amazing. That is a very mature step that shows your maturity, your emotional maturity, and that is another phase of growing up. Awesome. I'm proud of you. So how do we go about doing that in a way that makes you feel maybe a little bit less embarrassed, ashamed, or not weird, or not judged? Number one, even if you're embarrassed of whatever it is, even if you're ashamed, it's important to be honest. It's important to be honest with your story. It's important to help paint a clear picture for your parents or guardians as to what you're going through or struggling with, so they can understand it as much as they can with your story. This will help them help you in the best way possible. So try to be as honest as you can. Remind yourself as that, and in turn, I can promise you that most parents and guardians will respect you more for that, as opposed to shutting you down for being honest and coming to them with that. Number two, allow them to be there for you. It's easy to get defensive when we're in an emotional state, when things maybe aren't going great. It's easy to internalize that pain and victimize ourselves. Remind yourself and practice letting them be there for you. If they give you harsh advice, if they give you constructive criticism, take it, understand what they're saying, come to your own conclusions about that, but work with them so that, again, they can help you in the best way possible. Remember that in situations that make you uncomfortable, you can just deep breathe. You can come back to a state of what's happening right now and in this moment and understand that their intentions are pure and that they love you. All right, guys, I put my tips out of order and I gave you the last two first, so I'm gonna give you the first one now, which is an amazing first step, and it's that when you want to talk to your parents or when you're getting ready to approach them and you've figured that out that that's what you want to do, tell them or ask them, hey, I would like to talk to you at some point. You know, I'm going through something in school or I'm going through something with my friends. Is there a time that we can talk in private? Is there a time that we can talk? What time is good to talk? Stepping into that mature adult space is an amazing approach and practice for you. It's something that's going to benefit you in your future. It's something that's going to show your maturity, and they're going to have respect for that. So approaching the fact that you even have something to say to them is going to allow you guys to find that space, find that comforting way of doing that in the way that works best for you. So parents, I hope that you start to have lots of conversations and stay connected and encourage your kids to talk to you at all times about anything, whatever they're going through. Have grace for situations in which kids are still learning, but the guidance is so necessary. And I just want all you kids out there, all you students, young adults, people living under guardianship, to know that your parents love you. They want to be there to support you. So there has to be that open dialogue from your side as well, even if it's hard. But I promise it's a great step to improving your emotional maturity and stepping into that leadership space. And I know I keep saying that, but it's so true. And I didn't learn that until 21 years of age, which some might say is young, some might say is old, but they don't always teach you these in schools. Actually, they don't teach you this in school, other than maybe a few anomalies. But with that being said, I have more mental health tips for students, Gen Zs and millennials. You have a voice there. go to the.foreverystudent on Instagram, or you can go to my personal page at Eden Gold. Love you guys. My voice is dying, but all right, catch you guys in the next one.